Hey, it's Victory Airport here. If you're just seeing this video, I must say you are most fortunate because if you have been following me, you will notice that I've been so passionate with empowering a whole lot of fans, a whole lot of my followers who tend to visit my blog, victoryairports.com. On my blog, I've also been so passionate with releasing content that truly empowers my followers, helping them to see how they can make steady income earning decently online. And especially to my Nigerian followers, I've also gone a step further to see how I can prepare the wannabes, the newbies who want to really venture into this industry. And right in this video, I'm also going to release something even more are interesting, something quite exciting, something that will leave you feeling so empowered because you'll be owning a skill that helps you to service an industry that is evergreen, and that skill is a web design skill. Over time, I've also mentioned through my Instagram handles several sections of my live broadcasting on how you can start building an online service business. So one of such online service business is web design services. And in this video, I'm going to be revealing to you how to make money offering web design services to local businesses. And of course, I'm also going to take it a step further to tell you why this is quite lucrative. Now, taking a critical analysis of the growing number of internet users, especially in Nigeria, this goes to tell you that we have quite an untapped opportunity within the country. Looking at the screen, you get to see here that just in 2019, that is just ending, we have about 113 million internet users, which our mobile operators get to project, and this fell into it as we got to see from our Statista report. And in 2020, it's further projected that we are going to be having an offshoot up to about 134 million internet users. This still continues. The trend shows that it's still on the rise. In 2021, we're also looking at having about 154 million internet users. So this really tells you that within this dense internet users, you have a business opportunity. And what is the business? For every internet users, the only way you can access them is having a web tool which they accesses information, which they tend to access content. And one of such ways is a website. A website is one way which these internet users tend to search for information or tend to search for solution. So if you become, or if you position yourself to become that solution giver, then means that there's money in for you. And if there are other services which you are offering and you want it to get to this wide range of persons, it therefore means that there is money in for you. Now let's come back to our local traditional business. In your local traditional business, of course, you would want to have an office space, or if you want to open a local merchandise store, you will look out for strategic locations where you are sure that you're going to have a certain number of persons, or maybe in a commercial location where you tend to have a traffic surge of persons who drive through or who walk through, or maybe in a residential location where you know that this kind of business will thrive more. So when you have such outlook, it clearly shows that you are positioning your business rightly. So that's the same thing. So the earlier you key into the industry of setting up website businesses for several millions of persons out there who are running their business in the mortar and bricks format, you now have the opportunity to tell them, hey girl, hey dude, this is not time for you to upgrade your business. Take your business off the local shops and have it online. Take your business off the street way of getting things done and have your business online. So that's exactly what you'll be doing once you have the skill of web designing. You are telling the traditional business or the local business, you can also have this same business you are running locally online, and having it online does not just go global, but you'll be having surge of persons whom your business will be shown to, and you have potential of getting steady requests of your services or purchases of your products and services online. So that's the opportunity, and that is why you need to key into it now. It is better you start now and never not to attempt getting into the industry. So, and we'll also be looking at how much you can make from web designing. Much has been said about web designing and the opportunity in it. So, how much is in it for you? How much can you make from it? Of course, I will tell you that this totally depends on your positioning and your reach. By positioning, I mean, of course, upon watching this video and getting the needed skills of getting your own website done, and you now have this confidence that I can design a website. It does not just end there. Would you just go telling people you can design a website when you don't have a website of your own that tells about your services? That's poor positioning. So if you're into website design and as you acquire the skill, it's expected that you action all you'll be getting in this video and get a website of your own setup. So once you get a website of your own setup, that clearly shows that you are positioning yourself as an authority, as a professional service provider of the said skill. So once you have yourself positioned as an authority, as a professional, the public or prospect whom you'll be expecting to want to pay you some dime to get this done will not have any fear whatsoever if you'll be able to deliver, because he has already seen a well put out web servicing agency website which you did on your own, and that furnishes the confidence that you can get other jobs done as well. And getting on the reach has to do with what is your exposure, how many persons have gotten to learn about you, or where are you giving out your words, friends and families, where else are you getting yourself exposed to so that you have a better reach of those who may likely want their services. So that brings us to some of the online proofs of how much you can make, as well as how you can leverage on this platform to also make your reach known. I have a few of them which I've mentioned here: Fiverr, Upworks, and Narrowland. These have really proven to be essential portals which you can leverage on. On Fiverr, I would want to switch on to a live browser screen right now so you get to see what is really happening, what all the guys are doing online. All right, so right here we're on Fiverr.com, spelled Fiverr.com. So Fiverr is one of the most popular freelancer portal which you can use to get your reach for your professional services like a web designer. So two things we'll be seeing: how you can use Fiverr to get your reach, and before that we'll see proofs of persons who have worked on the freelancer portal Fiverr and how much they've been able to generate. That tells you the potential of what you can do. So if Mr. Harry, Mr. Dick, Mr. Tom can get all of this done, it means that you too, Chukwemeka, Amadi, you can also get all of this done and make some good funds with web design tool. So let's just use the key phrase web design and see what has been happening as a proof of your design skill. Let's just say web design and research. Right, great. So within the web design niche right here, we have a couple of guys. So let's just pick this first and open this on a new tab. Let's check for other ones. Okay, let's also select this guy and check that out. Let's just pick 3 designs and we are okay. All right, let's see. Right, so this should be fine by us. Right, great. So we have 3 tabs we've opened, and let's go straight to analyze each of these guys we've opened on a new tab. First, we're looking at this guy, and he's about a level 2 seller. Sardi. Sardi says that I will create web design and build responsive website. Now, something you need to know with Viva is that before you get a review just like we have here, this guy already has 109 review. What this means that this guy has already gotten 109 plus customers who have chosen to come back to drop a review for him. So let's just use what is published, not to talk about others whom he may have delivered services on and never had the time to come back to drop a review for him. So just using this number 109, and he still has 12 orders in queue. So this gives you an idea of how busy this guy is. And this guy has his entry plan or his basic offer for $85. And what is he offering? $85 is only going to design one page for you, design customization, content upload, responsive design, 3 plugins extension, and e-commerce is not supported. 50 products is not added there. So it's just a basic website he's doing for you, and he's getting this done at $85. If you look at his standard plan is going for $185. If you look at his premium, it's going for $240. So let's just limit ourselves to his basic plan. In his basic plan, if you come down to check about what his gig is about, unlimited revisions up till your 100% satisfaction, clean, modern, engaging web design, well organized. All of these are just positioning of all he'll be doing for you in setting up your website for you. Now, if this guy was to offer this at $85, what would this translate to if you were to translate it into the Naira value? Let me just call up a calculator right in here. Harvard calculator I want to call up right here. All right, so let's say by conversion, I'm just saying $85 by 350. Let's use 350 as a standard here, and I have designing a website, a basic website for about 30,000 naira. It's about 29,750. So if you have this value and say multiplied by the number of persons who came back to say, oh, this guy did well, I enjoyed his services, let's say 109 persons, multiply this by 109 and see how much this guy has generated just with website design. Can you see the figures? About 3.2 million has been generated just with setting up website design. I don't know, how much have you ever invested in a skill or in your schooling, and how much has the school paid out to you so far? Now you can also come to appreciate the business potential with this industry, and that is how much you can make from this. And if you were to put this together, you notice that this guy has been able to raise all of these within this skill. Now comparing it with this other designer here as well, says I will develop WordPress website or web design. This guy has his basic entry for about $200, and he has gotten 12 orders who have come back to say thank you, and he has 1 order in queue. So far he has made something within $2,000 plus, which is also still a good fund for you to work with. So one who has about 12 persons has made about $2,400 with his web design skills. Now also switching over to this other guy here. This guy will do web design and build complete website. This guy's basic entry is $110, and he does pretty the same thing as the earlier guy. 1 page, responsive design, 1 plugin extension, and all of that. If you scroll down, you get to see what he does here, focused on listening, understanding your needs and requirement, and all of that. He mentions his services, website for all professions, real estate, secure website, down to tailored website. So he mentions all of that, and so far he has about 559 reviews at the top right here. If you scroll down, those who have given thumbs, you scroll down, you also get to see a total review of about 843. So if this guy 843 entry was just to be $110, also get to see what he would have been making. $110 by 843. All right, so this is about $92,000. So multiply this by 350. Right, so great. So this guy is already on a journey of 32 million naira from the industry. Of course, you may want to argue that he has been a member since 2015. Yeah, that's true. But 2015 down to here, that's about 4 years interval to 2019 or 5 years interval to 2020. So which of the businesses would have allowed you with a small or nothing as an investment entry point for you to make this huge sum of money? Yeah, we understand on the platform as well, some percentages goes back to our Fiverr. That's about 20% or thereabout. So if that is removed here, this guy is still on a 7 to 8 figure earning from this skill. So that really makes it lucrative, and that clearly shows the potential that lies with Fiverr. And of course, Fiverr is also one portal with which you can use in positioning yourself as an authority, as a professional, to get far more reach for your services. So once you get the skill, you can always come back to Fiverr to sign up as a freelancer seller, as a service seller, and position yourself. Looking at some of these professionals, the way they've positioned themselves, you can also position yourself likewise and get some real funds for yourself. You can of course see the quick video preview right here. On this quick video preview, Assad also mentions his services and why you should consider him for the job. So that clearly shows his positioning. Right, so network is pretty slow. You can check this out yourself later. And when you scroll to the top, you can see where you can join now, and if you follow through all the sign up processes, you will get to see how you can join becoming a seller, or you could just come straight up here and hit on become a seller. And once you hit on become a seller, it takes you through the sign up processes of becoming a seller with Fiverr, and all of the instructions will be given to you, put in your email, and it takes you through the process of setting up. So you can come back after acquiring your skills so that you have a wealth of information you can use in supplying and setting up your own account in Fiverr. In a later video training, I'm also going to show you how you can get all of this done. Another freelancer portal, just like was mentioned, it's Upworks. Upworks also has a good collections of jobs you can search and apply for. Now within the Upworks, we have web design services which you can look at. These are web designer which makes well between $20 per hour. So you can also get to see all the designers $57 per hour, and this has so far earned $300,000 from his offering web design services. At the top there, you also get to see other guys. This has earned 20,000 plus from online services as web designer. So this clearly shows you the potential, the opportunity that lies with web design in the web design industry. Also, going over to Nairaland, if you search the keyword web design, you also see that some persons have also tried to raise argument of how much do web designers earn in Nigeria. So this really goes to tell you how much really is positioned. Now looking at this guy's comment here, it says average monthly income. Okay guys, sometimes I do 3 or 4 sites a month. It depends on the size and nature of the job, but the ones I'm doing now is 25k. I charge more than 40k sometimes for PHP database driven site. Like once for school, I could charge 250k to 500k. So if you ask me, I would say it's not fixed. like DC said, one of the guys who also commented on this thread. But if your marketing is good, then you should be getting anywhere near 80k to 100k. So if you're considering going into it, I say you should give it a push. It's about how good you are selling. So these are some guys too who have, of course, ventured into the web design industry, and they were trying to give their own take of what you can be making within the industry. And you could see that figures doesn't lie. These are the same figures I was personally making while in my university years, in my dormitory. I was actually getting services like this done, and I was making this cool cash for myself. So imagine a student then, and I was comfortable enough to be earning 100k, sometimes 200k, 300k from services I offered to church, and just designing church websites as well as school websites and other personal brands and other businesses, as well as tying it with my SMS business, setting up SMS portals for people. That's a whole lot of money I was making while schooling then. So this clearly shows how much you can also be making when you venture into this industry. Of course, Narrowland is yet another forum you can also use to list your services, provide content or contacts for your services, where people could also reach you. Like you could see ads like this. So while we continue, I'm also going to show you why all of this is necessary to allow you to get the better reach of your services, so that you have more persons who will be calling on your contact to get you to have their services done or to get solutions for them. All right, so going back to our slide. So we've seen so far how much you can make from this. And on the next slide, we're looking at tools that can help you to get quick clients. Fiverr, which happens to be freelance supporters, falls within on the list of freelance supporters which you can leverage on. So these are tools that gives you access to direct contact details of persons or businesses that need your services. So we have directories, we have listing on freelance supporters, or you can also get to use instant urgency site. This is one of my tools which I call Own, which was launched. You can also leverage on ads and printing. So I'm also going to switch on screen so they get to see how we can leverage on some of these directories to get to see contacts of those who are not having website yet, and which you can get direct contact details of these persons and call them directly to tell them how about you help them set up a very responsive website that will improve their business and give them more conversions, that you are ready to get this done in less than 7 days for a very economic value. So when you position yourself that way, certainly they can give you the consideration and ask you to go ahead and set it up for them. So we're going to be looking at directories, and thereafter we'll look at how you can leverage on one of my tools, which is an instant urgency site portal that helps you to also get direct contacts of those who have issues with their website or do not have website at all, which you can help to set up one for them. So let's now switch back to browser. All right, so right on screen here, I'm on connectnigeria.com. Connectnigeria.com is one of such directories which you can use to reach out to some business listing you can find online. Some of these businesses, some may have website, some may not have website. So your target is to check out for those that don't have website at all, trying to contact them. Yet others that have website, you can also check out for those whom the website may have expired and they've not renewed, they've not gotten back online, possibly it was too expensive for them with the earlier service provider they had. So you could make a proposal of a good deal for them and they may want to come back online. So on Connect Nigeria, you can come to browse Connect Nigeria. You can, of course, browse on businesses. If you click to browse on businesses, it opens on a new tab, trying to call it up, and calls up several businesses, which you can search business by keywords, or you can search by city or state. and you get to see several business listing right here. So you could also check by categories: agriculture, artisans, audiovisual, auto, beauty salon, books, stationery, cleaning services. So let's see. Within the cleaning services, we've just picked that category. You can now scroll down and see listing services here. You can also further streamline it based on states and all of that. So, but let's just leave it on a general note here. Here we have John Clean Dry Cleaning and Laundry. Looking at John Clean Dry Cleaning and Laundry, Victoria Island, Lagos, you notice that a website is not listed here. You can also come, let's open its detail on another tab, and notice here that you have a direct phone number. So if you're within Victoria Island, Lagos, you can put a call across to John Clean Dry Cleaning Services and Laundry and tell him or her the opportunity he has if he has a website, and how a website will help him to have his dry cleaning services more exposed online, and how he can also optimize his dry cleaning website services to meet more persons who are within the Victoria Island. So that has to do with your content optimization, which is the search engine optimization. So you also look below right here, we have Laundry House Company Limited Ikoyi. This already has a website, so you can also visit this website and see what they are doing and see what is done or not done rightly, and you can also contact them to recommend. You can view details of this, so you can go ahead view as much services depending on the category you want to view. So if we come down to the first service we looked at, which is John Clean Dry Cleaning Services, you can come down here. They don't have that. You can learn about them, see their opening hours, see their location. If it is quite close to you, you could choose to make a physical visit to their office premises, or you could just pick this number and call to contact them directly. So that's the benefit or the opportunity you have with working with directories like this. So directories like this gives you direct access to business owners, and likely these are the CEOs or the actual business owners, which you can contact, talk to them about the need for a website, and they'll be ready to listen to you if you could strike a good deal with them. Now, if you also go ahead, okay, this is about the Laundry House Core Services, which was set up, and this is exactly what you can start doing right from this video. We'll be exposing you how you can set up a good looking website like this, and that gives you the confidence that you can get it done for your other prospect with whom you can be reaching out to after watching this video. So that's really how powerful this training is. Now you can also get to see other directories like FindLib. So FindLib is in red directory. Findlib.com. That's FINELIB.com is another online directory with which you can leverage on. And you notice that you have cities and directories in the country with which you can just pick on and pick whichever services you're looking at. And let's just say we are looking at let's go back, or let's try Abuja. And once you click on Abuja, you can also get to see other categories which you may want to work with. Let's say agriculture. Agriculture is also gaining a wide attraction in recent time. So with this, you notice that you have direct phone numbers of some of the farms here. You can contact and give them the reason why they need to own a website. So if you just spend a day calling some of these contacts and making a list of them, certainly you will have the deals which you reach with some of them, which will result to them making some payment into your account and you delivering a website design for them. So we have a couple of others too. We have NG Contact. NG Contact is yet another directory which you can work with. We also have yalwa.com.ng. Yalwa, that is YALWA.com.ng, another directory which you can work with. And we also have businesslist.com.ng. business list is another directory with which you can work with. And we have Ninja Sky is yet another directory which you can work with. So altogether, we have about 4 directories, and if you Google them, if you Google for local directories or Nigerian-based directories, you're certainly going to find tons of others which will allow you to access some of these contact details of users. But again, like I mentioned to you, that is one way you can leverage on directories to get direct access to persons who will be needing the website design services. Another way is, of course, listing yourself in some of these freelance supporters, which I mentioned and showed you earlier, like owning an account on Fiverr or coming over to own an account on Upworks, which gives you a direct listing where when jobs are posted, when customers come to the portal to want to get solutions, they can easily contact you because you're already listed on the site as someone who could offer same services. So you can leverage on this. Now, the next one is about the tool which I launched along with my partner, which is called Instant Agency Site. Now, I'll quickly show you a walkthrough on what Instant Agency Site does and how powerful this tool can help you to start getting clients. So you see, you've not even gotten the skills yet, but I'm already showing you the money making potential and how much you can make from it, how much others are already making from it. That shows that you can also do same. And of course, I live in witness of having benefited a lot from my website designing skill. Now, I want to show you what we did further with Instant Agency. This was launched in our international market, which is JVZoo, and you can also use it locally. So let's say I want to use the function that says leads search. Lead search allows you to search for businesses within your location, a radius within your location that you can, of course, reach out to them and make a mail, contact them just like you contact other directories. So let's say we want to use the keyword cleaning services, right? And you want to enter a search location. So search location, let's say Lagos, right? So we have Lagos, Nigeria, search location, and we want to enter radius or kilometer. Let's widen the radius to about 100 kilometer. And you could further filter it here if you have website or they don't have website. So you could also say it has email. If it doesn't has a website, no website, or if it does have a web. So once you search get your leads, you can now come create campaigns of your leads which you've gotten. You can create campaigns like this. You get to see their phone numbers. For those that have website, you also see the website and all of these. Once it's done, you can send them direct email, and this will be contacted. You can send copy the URL and send a report of their SEO for those who are already on a website. So that's about Instant Agency, how you can use Instant Agency to acquire your leads. So coming back to our slide, right? We have the fourth option, which has to do with ads and printing. Of course, you need to make public your services as a website designer. You will need to print your flyers, print your banners. If you have a physical or meeting point, office point you want to use, you need to print your banners. Of course, have a complimentary card that tells who you are. So with some of these ads and printing, it helps to give you a better reach so that your skill does not just end with friends and family, but a wider audience gets to learn about your services, and you don't know where your prospect would be, that will also get to see your ad content which you may have run through Facebook ads or Google ads or any other ads network. You may have put up content that talks about your services. So that is why you need to leverage on all of these platforms to really get your work out there to be known by a large audience of persons who will be needing these services. So far, we've gotten to see the great potential that lies with web designing services. Of course, you've come to see how much you can also be making along with the expert and other industry leaders who have for long been benefiting from this. And of course, myself, I'm also a living witness of this, who have also been benefiting from web design business. I will now be taking you straight to setting up your own first web design right from the start, and that brings us to the super fast, easy way of designing any website. Now you'll be thinking, what is that super fast, easy way of designing any website of your choice? That brings us to a quick design checklist. Here are some quick design checklist item, tools, and services you would need to effectively get a professional website running. Now, to get a professional website running, you need to have what we call a domain name and a host, which you can quickly get from namecheap.com. A domain name is your unique identifier. It's your address. It is called the website address. So it is like your office contact location. Where can I be found? Maybe if you were to be located, okay, that person stays at 59 Victoria Island, and or rather he stays at 50 Garki, Abuja. So that gives a specific location where you can be seen. So that's exactly the same thing with the domain name. It is a name tied to your IP address that allows you to be uniquely identified within the cloud space. That is online, that becomes your unique identifier, which if you give it the name, just like you can see namecheap.com, whoever sees it will get to see your content. Now, the next thing you will need to have after getting a domain name and a host is like a cloud computer, a remote computer that has been kept on with your content on it, so that whoever accesses it will always get to see your content hosted there. So the next we'll be looking at is our content management system, which is one of the greatest tool that has helped millions of us to be able to design super fast website in less time and less stress, no coding required. A content management system, usually called a CMS system, usually falls within the WordPress or Joomla. And for the purpose of this demonstration, I will be leveraging on the WordPress CMS, which is a content management system. Now, I haven't gotten a content management system, be it WordPress, Joomla, or Drupal. You will need what we call a theme or a template that defines the brand. So before you go ahead to design a website, maybe a cleaning website, just like we say for a cleaning services company, you need to look out for a template or a theme that will be very much easier for you to use. Then you'll now get into the final phase, which has to do with customization and publishing of content, making that content to have the touch of the company or the brand for which you are designing it for. So that's exactly what you need to have in mind when designing a website. So let's get on practical. Let's get on the screen. Let me quickly show you how you can get all of this done. All right, so right on screen here, it's one of the industry leading service provider for getting a domain name and of course getting a hosting services. So let's say you happen to come to this portal and you want to get a domain name for your client and having cleaning services. So you could just have cleaning hub. So let's just say cleaning hub, and you want to check.com. So you could just come check.com and see what happens. So when the name is available, you're also going to see it listed there, name available. Of course, you see cleaninghub.com is a premium service which has expired and is now going for $3,495. So you could come down and check for other extensions which you can pay for. You can see Cleaning Hub, the best is going for $2,800 per year. You can also scroll down and check all the extensions which you can register on there. Let's see Cleaning Hub. You can come check cleaninghub.net and see if it's available, and if okay, that's registered in 2012. You can also check cleaninghub.co, so you can get to see a couple of them that's taking. Now if you have interest in any of it, you could just say cleaninghub.ng. So you see this is available. This is going for $488, and you can also check.com if it's available. Cleaning Hub engine. Okay, great. So that's available, and that's going for about $8.88 per year, and retail at $10.98 per year. So you can come add this to cart. If you add this to cart, you also get to see other options which you can work with. When you come to view cart here, you also get to see your cart which you've added, and if you want to add a hosting, you can now say add award-winning stellar hosting. So once you add that in, it gives you your total result of what you should be paying out to get the domain name and a host account set up for you. And once you're done with that, you're going to see it right here. So you have this up and running. So if you're using US data center, you have that free. So you can now add this to cart, and that will be added for you. That's a minimum US data center setup which you've chosen right there. So there are other services which you can also add, and once you check out and pay, a couple of minutes, your account will be created, access details and provisions will be given to you, and more especially you'll be given access to what we call the cPanel, which will be looking exactly like this. So once you visit the domain URL, which will be sent to you in your email which you've provided while setting this up, you will now have access to what we call the cPanel. And once you log into your cPanel, you're going to be seeing a dashboard that looks exactly like this. Okay, network. So your cPanel dashboard looks exactly like this. You're going to see tools arranged into several categories. Within your file category, you get to see the file manager, which we'll be working with. You also see the database category, and we'll have tools which we'll be working with. You see your domain category, you see the email category, the metrics, the security, the software, and advanced and preferences, spectacular. So depending on your host provider, there are a couple of service providers out there which you can work with, and if you have it set up, you have all of this shown like this, and you can see your connected domains, or you could see others which you could switch to. So if you've gotten to this level, the next thing you need to have in mind is what team do I need to work with that will fit the brand I want to set up for. So that brings us to our setup here, which we usually use, which is what we call the WordPress ThemeForest.net. ThemeForest.net is one service provider that has several collections of themes depending on what framework you're working with. So you see that this has well over 47,655 WordPress themes and website templates from $2. So let's just say you're looking at cleaning. If you just type cleaning, you're going to find a couple of cleaning services on the WordPress. So once you check it out, you're also going to see a collection of them which you can work with. So we have these clean multipurpose, and we have cleaning company services which you can see right here. So you can just click on this, view it up, and you'll see it shown there, and it will be something you can work with as well. So this is coming. This is to allow you to preview this. You can now preview it and see how the website will be looking like. So once you click on the preview, it will be loading it up shortly. So we have the cleaning company. We want to see the demos. We can quickly preview. All right, let me quickly preview on this view demo. All right, so we have this demo coming up. So you can see the effect on the logo. You can see the time, position, the call, contact, get the quotes, and all of that. When you scroll down, you get to see the cleaning services, the shine, and all of this. So once you scroll down, cleaning with a conscience, you can see how it works. So you notice that this has gotten almost 80% of the job done for you with the right positioning of content. So that is why you notice in our outline we talked about customization. So all you'll be concerned with is customizing the content to meet what you want. So I'll quickly be showing you how we can get this done. I already have this theme on my local machine, so we want to set this up on our own remote server. So you'll be setting this up on your own server, assuming you've purchased your domain name and you've gotten a host account, and you now have access to your cPanel looking like this. So we want to set this up. So to set this up, I want to assume that my domain, which is showcells.com, I want to do this on a subdomain. Since showcells.com already has other services inside it, else would have just set up directly on showcells.com. So let's just get that done. So to allow me to set up a subdomain on showcells.com, I'm coming straight down to where we have domains. I just want to come here, set up subdomains. So this also shows you what it takes to set up a subdomain, so you can also learn from it. So I'm setting up cleaning. Setting up cleaning as my services. So I could just say cleaning or cleaning services. That looks too long, so let's just use cleaning for the purpose of this demonstration. So I have cleaning. So I'm going to be finding this under the directory public_html/cleaning. So if I hit and create, we're going to see my directory there. So that has been created. I can now come back. Rather go back to my dashboard on cPanel. So once you go back to cPanel, come to File Manager to inspect the newly created directory. That directory was stated to be created under public_html, which is what we have here, and you have to find a directory called cleaning. So this is where our setup will be installing into. So to get our WordPress content management system installed for the first time, you need to come over to what we call Substaculous. So your some service provider comes already pre-installed with that, or you could find others installed as site software. So you could look out for site software or Substaculous apps installer. So but I want to use Substaculous apps installer. This is more like a wizard approach of setting up your WordPress content management system. So we already have it here. This is a WordPress management system. So all I need to do is hit on install. So once I click on install, it takes me through the setup process. So in the setup process, I want to select the newly created subdomain. Notice that if you had created or registered a domain that says Cleaning Hub NG, you will need to identify the Cleaning Hub NG here and do your installation into it. But in this case, our setup is on cleaning.showcells.com, and in making your installation, you need to ensure that you keep here blank so that it installs in the parent domain that you are setting this up. If you put any a word here, that word will become a newly created directory for which your installation will be done into. But if you leave this the way it is, if you have it set up there, you can now come under your site name. We can now give this Cleaning Hub NG, right? Or you could just go Cleaning Hub NG, which is a new setup, and call this household cleaning services. So you have it like that. You could come down here to on our mean. We're leaving this as a mean pass. We're leaving this pass 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, and we have it that way. You could just come over and hit on install. So once you hit install, it takes through the process of checking and submitting data, and once it's fully installed, you're also going to see the confirmation message it has been fully installed, meaning your framework has been fully installed. So say congratulations, the software was installed successfully. What that means is your basic WordPress website has been installed fully. Now if you want to see your website, you can visit your website on cleaningsuresales.com. Let's quickly see that. Once you open that on a new tab, and if you want to go to the administrative part of it, which is the admin area where you'll be doing your designs from, we also want to open that in a new tab. So inspecting our newly created tab, we have this there. So you notice here that we have a new website which nothing is showing on it. You just have this listing, is not looking attractive. This is not cleaning.suresales.com. Our website is not looking attractive at all. But if I now go over to the next tab, which has to do with the admin area, on the admin area, you'll notice here that I can do a whole lot of functions. If you're just seeing a WordPress dashboard for the first time, this is how a typical WordPress dashboard looks like. So normally I'm not supposed to get this PHP update required, so I can just come over to my cPanel to set that up the way it should be, giving it the updated version of PHP that I can do when I come over to PHP Manager. You don't need to bug yourself with this. This is quite an advanced approach, but in our masterclass, you also get to gradually see how you can do all of this. But you don't need to disturb yourself with this. I'm just setting this up and getting this to 7. So this increases my PHP version such that if I come over and I refresh this, I will not have this showing again. So let's refresh this. Right, great. So that is off, meaning I now have the updated current updated version of PHP on my website. So once this is shown, you notice that here a typical WordPress dashboard is arranged into posts. That allows you to add new post articles, which has to do with your blog post or any of your design posts you may require. You have your medias where you can add new media, be it photo media, video media, and audio medias, whatever medias you may want to. Pages allows you to create new pages, and comment, you get to see several comments. Appearance has to do with your theme, customization, widgets, menus, background, theme editor. Plugins has to do with mini apps which you use to extend the functionality of your website. So we'll have a whole lot of plugins installed. Users allows you to see the number of users on your website, assuming we are to run a membership site, or you have people who will be registering on your portal to get a certain level access to some content. You can also find them under users. Then tools gives you a wide range of other tools you can work with on your website, like import, export, checking your site health, exporting personal data, erasing personal data. And you also get to see settings, general settings, writing, reading, discussion, media, permalinks, and privacies. So in the process of this customization setup, we'll be playing along with some of these tools, and you get to see how you can work with them. So first things first, we're looking at how we are setting up our team. We've already gotten a team we want to work with, so we want to set up this team and also customize the team. So that is what we want to do at this point. We'll now come to appearance. So appearance, like the title implies appearance, how it will look like, the aesthetic feel you will get with your website. So that brings us to appearance. So once you click on appearance, you have the options to see the themes that you can work with. These are the default themes that came with your setup, but we don't need this. We're setting up a website for a cleaning servicing company. So I come down to add new because I have a theme which I want to upload or install. So once you come down to upload theme, of course WordPress has its own theme collections which you can search. So you're searching cleaning, you could just say cleaning company, and you have a collection of themes that you can work with. Great. So notice here that we have other theme collections you can work with, but if you want premium theme that really meet what you want it for, then you can of course visit the themeforest.net, which is one of such portal where you can make purchases of themes like this. Notice that this goes for $59. So coming back, we want to get that theme installed. Theme we already have, so we can now come back and say choose file. So on choose file, I want to locate my new file here. So within my file collection, I have cleaning, and on my cleaning, checking out cleaning services, and I have it right in here. So this is my file in, okay, this is zip archive, WinRAR zip archive. This will not be allowed to go, so I can just open this up and get it into, all right, so cleaning services is the same folder we have here. So all I need to do is to send this to compress. So I can just send this to compress. That compresses it. Okay, I think that's right. I think we were right. So that gives it as archive right there. So at this point, I can just come select this and hit on open, and I hit on install. Alright, great. So once you have a successful installation like this, is the theme installed successfully, all you need to do is hit activate. Once you hit on activate, if there are dependent plugins to this website, or to this theme rather, you will need to come down to hit on begin installing plugins. So you hit on begin installing plugins. Now you get to see the list of dependent plugins which comes along with this theme, and all you need to do, go select all and come select on this bulk action and hit on install, then hit on apply. So you give it some time for it to fully install all the dependable plugins. We are having errors right here on some of the plugins, so we have all of this setup. So it's still installing. So once we're done installing, we'll also go inspect some of those which we have errors with and see how to make them work well. Okay, alright, so looking at this, alright, so we can now come back, return to install plugin installer. So on install plugin installer, this failed, so let's try it as a manual install and see how it goes. So it says download installation package from okay, so we have error there. You can ignore this, but that's basically how you get this installed. So let's see if this will also go. We'll have error here as well. So once you have error there, you can now come here to activate orders which are required. You can activate these as well, activate these as well. So you wait to get all of these activated. You can come back to dashboard and see what is left. You can activate installed plugins, so you can select all and get all activated and hit on apply. So we have we have this yet to be installed, so you can go ahead and install this. And you can of course skip this, not right now. Right, so next we look at begin installing plugins. We also have an error with setting up this. Let's see. Right, so we also have other options of getting this installed. So either you automatically install with begin installing plugins, or I can just come add new and pick from plugins within the theme collection, and that will be installed directly. So if I hit on upload plugin, I can now come choose file. So within my file collection, which is the design theme we got here, I can now come select plugins and pick my cleaning service demo installer and select open. This will install the plugin for me, and once you have the plugin installed and it's successful, the next thing you do is hit on activate. So at this point we hit on activate plugin. So we'll get our plugin activated, and we'll move on to install our last plugin required. So if you come back again to begin installing plugin, you will notice that we have just one plugin left to be installed. So to do so, we'll also come back to plugins, and plugins, you hit on add new. So on add new, you want to upload the dependent plugin directly because this came along with the package. So you can now come choose file, and this is what we're looking for. We upload it and install now. So at this point you need to hit on activate plugin. So we've successfully installed all dependable plugins to this theme, and once this is done as it is here, all you need to do further is to scroll down, inspect all that has been set up, and come point your pointer right there on cleaning services option. Then you can hit on demo importer. Demo importer helps you to bring the entire content of the design just like you saw it on the site where you did the purchase. So you can see right here, we can now import this. So you say import demo content. I said okay. So it's going to read the percentage of the import, and once it's 100% and successful, it means I've successfully brought in the entire content of the website. Alright, great. So we have this as shown imported, meaning this has been successful. It's 100% done. So we can now come hit on save changes, and that is done. So at this point I can just come over, click to visit site to view how my site looks like, and I'm going to preview this. It's coming up. Alright, cool. So you notice here that I have my website logo, of course not positioned exactly where we saw it, but all our content has been brought in. I can scroll down, I can see the cleaning services, the shine, and it goes on and on. So I could see all of this done right here. I can also come preview my home, and I have just one home there. So we'll go back and again and see what else we can do. This is our theme option. This is described as a theme option. I can come check on header settings, and on my header settings, you see at this point you can change your logo. You have your logo as PNG here. You have your header display. You have your logo menu center, enable and disable menu center. Is not disabled, you can enable it here. To see that you have your fav icon URL, you have your header content, and you have a phone number right here. You can see display header top mobile, and let's see. Alright, so let's see what else we can enable to get some of this showing, and we have a get quote functions here. So let's see. Let's turn menu center and see how this goes. Save changes again. Come back to preview. Okay, not much adjustment. So we can come over here, make a few more changes. Menu center, scroll down back, and can now come down here, enable this, and let's see how this applies. Okay, so let's come hit save changes. So we can now come over, refresh this. Okay, our menu positioning still has not taken the shape we want it to take. We can of course get to examine all the sections and see what area controls whatever you want to do. So that's how you go about examining your team. So each team comes with a different layout, so you can go examine each of the team and know what controls a specific function that you may want to adjust to what you wanted. Right, so let's further see how we can make this design look more like what we saw and what we wanted to be, adjusting the headers. So we come back here. All right, so the back end here, you notice here we have cleaning options. This has to do with the team options. So we have what we call team options, so it varies from team to team. So making that adjustment, I want to adjust this header, and I'm coming straight to my header settings. We did a few modifications here. So I did show you that you can change your logo here earlier. You change your five icons. If you have any logo you want to change, you can go ahead and change it right there. So all of this, if you want to enable your header top mobile, you can do so. But here, if you scroll down, I want to ensure that we get our right text panel enabled. So hit on enable here, and once you come down to save changes, once we come down here, we hit on save changes. So we have it saved there, and we'll come back here to refresh our page and see how it looks. Right, great. So can you see that we have our page header looking the way we got it? So we can come over and of course change our text. We are cleaning experts, and we can have here color, so you could change the phone number here to be whatever you want it to be. So you could have it like that. So have it there. So you could just have a number right there looking this way, and this is get quotes. Right, so we just get quotes. Right, get the quotes. So change this to cap lock. Right, so we have it there, and you have a few further modifications. Let's see. You can change your location. Let's call this contact cleaningservices.com, and you could change your phone numbers here as well, just like we changed. And you keep changing and testing to preview where the content applies. So once you come right here, you refresh again to see your changes which you've made, to see how it applies. So we have it right here showing phone number colors. Then we have the get quotes showing here, so you can put your link which will call up your quote for you. So if you check this now, it won't call up because we are not linking it up rightly. So you could come change it to link it up rightly. So behind here is the link that controls your quote form, which you may want to state. So you can have your link shown here. So you could just have it like this shown there if you have a form created already. So you could just have it saved. But I think we don't have one yet. So we could just have HTTP. Right, so have it saved there. Right, so once that is saved, if you refresh again, you're going to get this done. So once you hit on get code, it will try to call up the form for us, but of course we don't have it, so that's why it will not call that up. So something again you would need to check, it's what is controlling your sliders. All right, this will not come up because we did not state the form. We've not created a form that will point to it. Else, if you had created one, it could be something like this. All right, so we have something like that. If we've created it, and you try saving it once again. So right here, you can come again here. So we don't have such form created, so we'll need to create one if we want the form to work for us. So coming back to home page, we'll now look at the slider here. You need to know what controls your slider and what controls each of this content, so that you know where you can get into and edit it. So you do inspect and test to know what aspect of your design content is controlled by an element of your team. So to help you quickly achieve this, you can just come on this home page and click on edit page. This will help you see the structure of the entire page that you are on now, to know what is controlling each of these sections. So with this, you have an idea of what controls your design. We have what we call the WP Bakery Page Builder, which is what this team it's using in its designs, in its editor. So once you scroll down, you get to see that your first content is controlled by a slick slider item. So you have the first slider item here, and notice that is repeated here. You can see another slick slider item, a keyring, and if you scroll down, you notice that we have up to 4 slider item, and if you click to view it, you'll notice here that it has an image linked to it. So you could notice this image, and this is directly corresponding to what is handling your image slider. So look at this image carefully. Look at the first title, giving you second title more time to spend on what really matter. And okay, that's about the content there. So coming over to preview this, so can you see it? There we have it shown here. We have eco-friendly and a caring cleaning theme. So this goes to show you that if you want to change anything around this, you have to play around with what you have here. You can change whatever image, select it, pick an image from your computer or from your client's related medias. You can use those media files to change whatever you want to change, and you have it applied there. Now, something else you also need to check is the other content flow. You have your cleaning services that shine. You could also find it here. If you scroll below, you have it there. Cleaning services that shine. So you can change this to whatever you want it to be if you want to change it. Now, the next section, you have what we call the services here, which is all the items you see shown on the page there. So we have service shine item, service shine item image, and it goes on up to 6 service shine items. So each of it, if you put your cursor down it, you see the edit button that allows you to call up the elements, which will allow you to edit them directly. So you see residential cleaning, and you can come over here and check that out, and you get to see it. So this is what residential cleaning. You have apartment cleaning, you have moving mover cleaning. So that moves at the background, so you could see it right there. And you can also check these other bubbles right here. You have other bubbles shown here, apartment cleaning, which is what was shown there. So you notice that all of this has been carefully designed for you. You can also come to check all the designs which you have. So on this design, you can scroll down and get to see if there are modifications you want to make. You can go ahead and make some modification, and it applies. So once that is done, you get to see it shown there. So you can scroll down to examine and inspect other items stated there to know if there are areas you need to make adjustment. You have cleaning with a conscience. You can also get to see it here. cleaning with a conscience. So it shows you where you can edit all of this flow. So you can see cleaning with a conscience. So once you scroll down, you can edit the entire content shown here, and that applies. So the inspection continues one after the other. You always do a comparison, just like I'm showing you right here. So that's how you do your comparison until you totally edit and customize all the content you have right in here. So you could see how it works, and you identify all the items, replacing it or removing whatever you want to remove that doesn't fit what you want to use it for. So once you're done doing all of that, you can now come hit on save changes. So you can now hit on update here, and it saves the changes. Now if you also want to control your menus, editing your menus, all you need to do, come back to appearance. On appearance, you get to see your menu structure. So on appearance right here, you can come down on appearance right here and click on menus. So once here on menu, you can see the entire menu flow right here. This select menu to edit gives you the footer menu, the primary menu, and the service menu. So our interest is on the primary menu. Primary menu is actually what is shown on your header here. So you hit on select to show you the menu items. Alright, so on this menu item, I can choose to remove whatever I want to remove. Like on the services here, I can say I want to remove window cleaning or residential cleaning, commercial cleaning, curtain cleaning. I can say I want to remove this. But notice here that if you come down to services, you will get to see all of those services listed. So if I'm removing window cleaning, it means that I will no longer have this under my list. So I will now come straight to remove window cleaning, just like you see it stated here. So I can just come over, take this off, remove, and it's off the list. I can look at other things. I can just say I'm taking this out. Nothing is going to be there. Blog, I have just one blog, and I don't want to have a shop in here. I take off shop, and once you're done, you hit on save menu. So you can toggle around from menu, location to the items, and delete the items and add more menus to yourself. You can add menu by selecting the page and add a menu, or you could come add a post to a menu, or add a custom link, and that becomes a menu which you will redirect outside of your website or within your website. So that's how you play around with the menu items. And once you're done, you hit on save, and once it's saved, it's going to reflect here. So all of this we have here, shop will be gone, blog will no longer have these items under it once we refresh here. So let's go ahead and refresh it, and you see how it applies. All right, so we've refreshed that, and you can see that under our services, we no longer have, as that fully refreshed, under services, we still have window cleaning. Do we still have blog? Okay, blog is off, meaning we did not properly take off window cleaning. So you could come down here and come down and remove window cleaning. So once you remove window cleaning, all you need to do, take it up again and save a menu, and that will be properly removed and saved. So you can now come back here and refresh the page. That should handle window cleaning out. So that's it. Our services, we have window cleaning taken off. So you succeeded in doing that, and we've removed the shop menu that was there. So that's how you play around with the menus right in here. Next, we'll also look at how you can walk around with what we call the widgets. Widget has to do with your content display, and you could also get to see widgets shown at your footer right here if you want to edit anything around here. So we can find this right here. So we can now use this. You can get to see contact information, the cleaning box. So we have this shown. You can edit everything you find around here to what you want it to be. And if you come up back here, you can also see other text which you could format to what you want it to be. So that's how you play around with items around. your WordPress content management system and get a fully designed website ready for your clients' use. So I believe with this, you should have a working knowledge on how to play around with the WordPress content management system and have your full-blown website running. So that's how we go about setting a professional website, leveraging on WordPress content management system. So once again, thank you for your time. And just like we've just seen, all the checklists we've itemized, you customize, and you publish after setting up your team. You've got to see how we got our team set up. So of course, if this really looks like what you would want to take serious and make some decent money from this growing industry, then you have very limited time to join the 79 persons we would be admitting into our premium masterclass, where all you would ever need to make your steady money is revealed. In this masterclass, we'll show you a step-by-step function on how to set up a full-blown website and edit each of the elements so that you have an idea of the entire functions of a WordPress content management system. But of course, for you to be qualified for this masterclass, you need to follow up on my next instruction, which I'll be sharing on how to grab hold of this inner cycle opportunity. So until then, thanks, and stay glued to my communication channels, which are Instagram, Facebook, and my YouTube channel. Stay put. Thank you.